All right, we're good to go.
I'm Holly.
This is Catherine and my baby Elijah. And this is lesson 8 group problems.
Yeah, lesson 8. Okay, so I'm going to start off with problem number 1. And they give you an individual that is heterozygous with the following inversion. They tell you what the normal chromosome is and what the inverted one is. They want you to list the products of meiosis if there's a cross at S and T. And so it says that it replicates prior to meiosis. So you're going to have 4 results. And so here, for the first one, I just got what the normal would be. For the second one, I got what the inversion would be. Then the third one, I did the cross at the S and T as it said. So that was the dicentric. So it's the LMNOPQRS. And then right there, you're going to switch to the other chromosome, which is going to be at the T. So you'll have the lowercase TURPQO, and then the centromere NML. Then for part D, you're going to have an acentric, and you're going to go backwards. So it'll be XWVUT, and then you switch there to the other segment. So then it would be lowercase SRWX. And that's what we got for part 1.
And then for part 2, it's define the key terms. Part A is non-disjunction in meiosis 2 produces 50% aneuploid gametes, whereas non-disjunction in mitosis can produce a mosaic phenotype. For part B, meiosis in an individual who has suffered a paracentric inversion produces a dicentric chromosome and an acentric chromosome. For part C, Turner syndrome is an example of a human disease caused by monosomy, while familial Down syndrome is an example of a disease caused by a Robertsonian translocation. For B, human liver cells can be 4N, 8N, or 16N. For part E, a terminal deletion in chromosome 5 causes Prydicat syndrome. I don't know if I'm saying that right. While an inversion on the X chromosome causes type A hemophilia. For part F, a duplication is a change in chromosome structure that can be potentially beneficial to an organism or an entire species. For part G, when a translocation crosses form, the alternate segregation pattern can produce viable gametes and offspring. And then we're going on to part 3. And then part 3A, it says, how many total chromosomes will be found in the humans that have the following conditions? So for Turner syndrome, we got 45 because there is 1 less chromosome. For B, for the Jacob syndrome, we got 47 because of the extra X chromosome. For Prydicat syndrome, familial Down syndrome, and type A hemophilia syndrome, we all got normal, so it's 46 chromosomes because there is no deletion occurring in them, and they just have specific things happening to them. No chromosomes are deleted or being added. For part B, which of the following terms is not associated with Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, type 1A? And then none of them are associated with this disease except for duplication. For part C, which of the following terms are associated with Klinefelter syndrome? And then we got aneuploid, trisomy, and non-disjunction. And then for D, which of the following terms are associated with type A hemophilia? And none of them are associated with type A hemophilia. And we were able to get all these answers from the instructor's notes.
So number 4 is or can be a little confusing initially. So I'm just gonna kind of go over that. Something that really helped us go over our answer was, and I'm just gonna screen share what Sister Mayo put in the notes. Are you able to see that, Catherine? Yeah, do you see it? I assume so. So.
Oh, no, you're not screen sharing it, just said.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, there it goes.
Okay, cool. So it's this translocation segregation chart that she gave us. And so it was really helpful because it told you for the different types, alternate, adjacent 1, adjacent 2, it told you which way to pull your chromosomes. And something that we just wanted to point out was that we actually set up our chromosomes different from each other, and we got the same results. So as long as it follows the pattern that they gave you in the question, then you should be able to do the inversions or the adjacent different things, and you should get the right answer. So, and I'm done screen sharing. Fabulous. Okay, so here is so for part A, they just wanted you to draw a diagram. And so after I drew my diagram, then for part B, they wanted to know an alternate. So if you look back on that other page, they wanted you to essentially pull like the top part, the bottom part, and then the other side, top part, bottom part. So that's where I got MNOP, centromere QRST, DEFGH, centromere IJKL, and then the other one would be MNOGH, centromere IJKL, and then the other chromosome would be DEFP, centromere QRST. So then for part C, they wanted to know the adjacent, and again, just going back to that chart, the adjacent were the top 2 and then the bottom 2 chromosomes. So it was DEFP, centromere QRST, then the bottom one, or the other one, would have been DEFGH, centromere IJKL, and then the other one, which would be the other side, would be MNOP, centromere QRST, MNOGH, centromere IJKL. And then that last one, part D, they wanted to know an adjacent 2, and that would be your, like if they were vertical to each other, the top and the bottom, and then the top and the bottom on the other side. And so you would get MNOP, centromere QRST, DEFP, centromere QRST, DEFG, centromere, and this is the other one, IJKL, and MNOG, centromere IJKL. And that's part 4. It was a little hard, so if you're confused, that's probably okay.
So for question 5, they are asking us, cats have 38 total chromosomes. How many total chromosomes would be found in the following types of cat? So for part A, the equation we're using is 3n, which for a triploid cat is 3, and we multiply that times 19, which gave us 57. For part B, a cat that is monosomic for chromosome 12. For that one, we use the equation 2n minus 1. So 2 times 19 minus 1 equals 37. For part C, a cat that has suffered a terminal deletion on chromosome 7, we got 38. For part D, a cat that has suffered a Robertsonian translocation between chromosomes 17 and 18. And these chromosomes just fused together, so therefore we got 37 as well. And then for part E, yeah, a cat that has suffered a reciprocal translocation between chromosomes 6 and 9. So for translocation, neither of the chromosomes were deleted, so you just remain with 38 chromosomes. And that was our group 8. I don't know why I was struggling to say that.
No, you're good.
All right.